energy. We want to drive our energy forward. We call it forward pressure, okay, or push forward, right? So the idea here is that if he was to release his hands, I would hit forward. In other words, there's a saying, in emptiness you hit. So if you don't feel anything, you just keep hitting. And then if you come up against an obstacle, then you remove the obstacle, right? I mean, in other words, if I'm hitting and I think to remove the obstacle, it doesn't matter, it doesn't change. Most of the time what happens is that when you throw a punch, typically you'll have somebody put up some sort of a barrier, they block. And then what happens when they block? They throw the other hand, and then they block. And it becomes this block fest, right? But nothing really happens. He might throw a punch, and I block, and then I punch, he blocks, and it becomes this kind of block punch. Wing Chun destroys that because we don't believe in that kind of, first of all, it wastes time. If I punch and he blocks it, I remove it, then I remove it. Does it make sense? That's the idea. So, what I want you to do is play with this. This is called pull-away drill, okay? So if I pull his hand away, he shouldn't. Okay? Now, when I pull it away, he should feel and then go, not see and go. Does it make sense? Because what usually happens is that I pull and go, no. What usually happens, no, this is correct, because he's an instructor, he knows this. Okay? But usually what happens in the beginning is, oh, yeah. That's what's going to happen in a fight. You're not used to going, oh, I feel air, I should punch. And that's your mind, right? I want you guys to get to the point where you can hit without thinking. That's where we want it. It's called unconscious competence, we call it. Being competent at your job and not even being conscious. Or maybe unconscious, at your computer. Okay, so the idea is that we'll do it one side at a time. I pull it away, he touches it. Yeah, so you guys thought. That's just okay? So it doesn't matter. Oh, there you go. Okay? And the energy should be going into each other a little bit. Not too much, but pull. That's it. I should go into him. The moment I feel, it's like water pushing up against a dam. Once that dam opens, it just goes shh. Water doesn't, you heard the phrase, be like water? Water doesn't go back and then forward. It just goes in one direction. Does this make sense? So that's what it is. So you want to feel emptiness, you shoot forward. Okay, with a partner.